I'm Luke Summerhays, and I love Swablu. L'Oiseau Bleu, or The Blue Bird, is a play by Belgian playwright Maurice Maeterlinck. First performed in 1908, it tells the story of paupers Mithil and Titil searching for the blue bird of happiness, accompanied by a fairy. The story's message is about finding happiness in your own outlook, rather than material thing. A classic, the real treasure was the friends we made along the way kind of deal. Although the trappings of a poor urchin accepting that he doesn't need the luxuries of the rich does grate a little against modern ideas of equality. Still, the idea of two children on an adventure to recover a magical blue bird clicked for some people, because in 1980 the story was adapted into a somewhat popular Japanese anime. The anime was directed by Hiroshi Sasagawa, the creator of Speed Racer and Voltron, and the titular blue bird does have a little bit of the Articuno about it. Personally, I'm more interested in the 1970s Soviet animated movie adaptation of the play that critiques the capitalist elements, but I'm a big history geek, so there you go. Swablu is a small, blue, normal and flying type Pokémon. It has a rounded body like an angry bird, albeit not very angry, with wings made of clouds and some feathers poking up fashionably. A little round beak and teeny tiny feet complete the cute package. The name Swablu obviously combines blue with perhaps swab for the cotton effect of its wings, or swallow as it is a bird. The Japanese name is Tilto, from the character Tiltil in L'Oiseau Bleu. Pokémon Ruby's Pokédex only adds to its cuteness, telling us, Swablu has light and fluffy wings that are like cottony clouds. This Pokémon is not frightened of people. It lands on the heads of people and sits there like a cotton fluff hat. The behaviour of landing on folks' heads is reminiscent of the Canada jay, a bird in the Great White North which delights campers by landing on humans in search of treats. Meanwhile, Pokémon Sapphire suggests an alternative use for those fluffy cotton wings. Swablu loves to make things clean. If it spots something dirty, it will wipe and polish it with its cottony wings. If its wings become dirty, this Pokémon finds a stream and showers itself. Pokémon Platinum takes this cute behaviour and makes it slightly sad, telling us, it can't relax if it or its surroundings are not clean. It wipes off dirt with its wings. And then Pokémon Shield brings it all into the realms of real animals and evolution. Since Swablu looks like a cumulus cloud, foes can have a hard time finding it. Apparently, its wings turned white over many generations. In Pokemon Go, I spent a great deal of time with Swablu as my buddy, or catching Swablu in special events, as to evolve a Swablu into Altaria requires 400 candy, and I did it once for a regular blue one, and once for a shiny. Thankfully, in the main series games, Swablu only has to reach level 35 to evolve into Altaria. The Pang is a bird from Chinese myth, the oldest surviving mention being from the 2,500-year-old Zhuangzi writings. A bird whose name is Pang. The back of the Pang measures I don't know how many thousand li across, and when he rises up and flies off, his wings are like clouds all over the sky. When the sea begins to move, this bird sets off for the southern darkness, which is the Lake of Heaven. I will apologise that it's probably not pronounced Peng, just like how we were all saying Shang-Chi, but it's actually pronounced Shong-Shan, but I don't know how to pronounce it. Shout out to Pangers himself, Chris Pengeli, friend of this show. The story talks about a bird unbelievably large, who subsequently must fly incredibly high to stay in the air, and who travels almost unimaginable distances, and then compares this bird to birds and insects we see on a daily basis. The point of the story is similar to the old Einstein quote, that you wouldn't judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree. Though a small pigeon and a great peng operate at very different scales, as long as they are fulfilling their own potential, that's enough. Altaria isn't as outrageously big as a peng. In fact, it's about the size of an emu or a large turkey, but it does have wings made of clouds. It is the blue colour of the sky, like Swablu before it, although both are gold in their shiny form, like statues of mythical Chinese birds. Altaria is a dragon and flying type Pokemon, and the most adorable, lovable dragon around. It has a lovely round face, white cheeks, and its head rises on a graceful neck from a ruff of clouds. Recently, in the Sun and Moon anime, we got to see an Altaria that had been drenched in water, its fluffy wings sagging like wet paper towels. It felt a little obscene to see. The name Altaria comes from the Latin for high, alto, along with aria, referring either to its singing or the air through which it flies. The Japanese name, Tiltaris, builds on the previous name. It may also allude to Epsilon Draconis, a star in the Draco system which is also known as Til. Pokédex entries talk about Altaria's kind nature and beautiful singing voice. Pokemon Ruby tells us, Altaria dances and wheels through the sky among billowing cotton-like clouds. By singing melodies in its crystal-clear voice, this Pokemon makes its listeners experience dreamy wonderment. Pokemon Sapphire tells us, Altaria sings in a gorgeous soprano. Its wings are like cotton clouds. This Pokemon catches updrafts with its buoyant wings and soars way up into the wild blue yonder. Pokemon Platinum tells us, if it bonds with a person, it will gently envelop the friend with its soft wings, then hum. And Pokemon Shield tells us, this Pokemon has a kind disposition, but if it's provoked, it will threaten opponents with shrill cries before attacking them without mercy. Altaria's dragon and flying typing is good, and with some nice abilities and decent bulky stats, it is a defensible monster. But there are an awful lot of flying dragon Pokemon, most of them more powerful. As of the 6th generation though, an Altaria holding Altarianite and bonded with its trainer can Mega Evolve into Mega Altaria. Mega Altaria wears even more clouds, like a hat, scarf and a big peacock tail, and it is now a dragon and fairy type, combining boosted stats with the Pixelate ability, which boosts normal moves and gives them the fairy typing. Altaria got to enjoy a brief spell as a top-tier monster. Altaria is a really beautiful Pokemon design that combines power and grace with a friendliness that just makes me want to hug one. Music for Luke Loves Pokemon is composed by Jonathan Cromie. Artwork for the show is by Katie Groves. Writing, producing, and editing is by me, Luke Summerhays. Funding comes from Patreon. If you want to support the show, help to keep it online, and hear episodes early, go to patreon.com/podcastiopodcastius. Our next couple of Pokemon will be Zangoose and Seviper, so get in touch about those or any other monster on Twitter or Facebook at LukeLovesPKMN. Also, I'm going to be streaming my first playthrough of Pokémon Shining Pearl over on twitch.tv/LukeLovesPKMN. That will be Friday nights at 8 PM UK time. Patreon listeners can see the first one this coming Friday, but if you're hearing this later than that, why not catch up or join us for the second stream? I love Swablu, and remember, I love you too.